streaming studio. Hope everyone's having a nice Monday morning. I'm starting off again the week looking at rain chances as we head again into the day today, and again later this week. And again, could see some heavy rain at times. Dealt with some rain through the weekend as well. So again, nice to see some moisture across the area after again we had a pretty dry October, pretty dry September. So again, nice to see a little bit of that change, seeing a little bit wetter weather across the area. Also, again, just felt like a nice fall weekend this weekend. Again, some cooler temperatures. Again, yesterday was a little warm, almost a little bit on the muggy side as well. And again, had the showers and thunderstorms last night. But all in all, again, a pretty nice weekend across the area. And again, going to be dealing with more rain chances as we head into the day today. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, again, election day forecast. And then, again, more chances for potentially some heavy rain as we head late this week and into the upcoming weekend as well. So starting off, again, a look at the rainfall totals. This is from, again, yesterday, again, early this morning. And again, across the Lincoln Metro, we generally had around a half an inch to about 2/3 of an inch of rainfall across the area. So again, some decent moisture out there. Again, here at the 1011 studios, 65/100ths of an inch at about a half an inch. So again, some good rainfall amounts across the area in the Lincoln Metro being picked up from the Tempest weather stations across town. If you look at across the state, again, the official climate locations, official reporting locations across the state, we can get the computer to work Monday morning. Computer doesn't really want to work. I understand that. See if we can't get this working here. There we go. Observed precipitation. This is over the course of the last 24 hours. So again, this will be from 9 o'clock this morning to 9 o'clock yesterday morning. And speaking of 9 o'clock, I just realized my little bug there has not been adjusted for getting back to standard time. There we go. Now we got the right time. Okay, all right, so back to our precip totals over the course of the last 24 hours. Again, it was mainly eastern Nebraska that saw at least a little bit of moisture. Again, some places didn't see much of anything. Again, Nebraska City and Falls City officially picking up 0. Up again, half an inch at the Lincoln Airport, 6/10 down in Beatrice, around a 1/4 of an inch for York. Grand Island, around 1/10 of an inch in Hastings. Tacoma, though, picking up almost, or at least right at 1 3/4 over the last 24 hours. So again, some heavier moisture there as you head across parts of the northeastern corner of the state. But again, some decent moisture over the course of the last 24 hours. We'll absolutely take it, and we will see continued chances for moisture as we head into the day today and into the coming days. So if you check out the weather almanac, again, the high and low and precip numbers from yesterday for us here in Lincoln, but 71 yesterday and 54 for a high and low. Again, you can see those numbers quite a bit above average. 56/100ths officially yesterday at the Lincoln Airport. Now for the month, 61/100ths. Again, still climbing back, still 2 1/3 inches below normal for the entire year for our precipitation. But again, climbing back up. We had that number down to around 3.5 inches not too long ago. So again, making some headway and kind of putting a dent in our precipitation deficit. Average high today, 57. Average low today, 33. I think we'll be close to those numbers. And again, now you can see with standard time now back in place, sunrise a little after 7 a.m. Sunset now 5:19 this evening. So again, getting dark early here in the capital city. Weather headlines, again, more areas of rain today. Expected to be fairly light, I think, as we head through most of the day today, but the chances for some heavier rain, maybe a few thunderstorms will pick up as we head into the evening and then overnight hours, and that chance for some showers will continue early onto your Tuesday. So again, if you're out early voting on Tuesday, again, you may need to keep the umbrella handy. Could be dealing with some spotty light rain, but I think we do dry out just a little bit as we head into Tuesday afternoon. But then again, more rain chances headline the forecast as we head into Friday and Saturday this week. And again, potentially some heavy rain at times, and we won't rule out some parts of the state, mainly in the west, maybe southwest, possibly picking up some snow as we head through this week as well. And again, potentially some heavy snow. So we'll keep an eye on that and check that out. So right now in Lincoln, Overcast skies. Again, temperatures pretty comfortable, especially for early November. 56 at the airport, 55 at the studio. Keep in mind, that's basically right where we should be for our normal high temperature, and that's where we are at 9 a.m. Northwest wind at around 12 miles an hour. Dew point is at 52. So again, I think with the cloudy skies as we head through most of the day today, temperatures are going to stay fairly steady. Eventually this afternoon maybe falling a little bit into the lower 50s as some of that rain begins to fall. Temperatures across the Lincoln Metro look like this. Again, generally sitting in the mid-50s. Temperatures across the state, you can see cooler as you head to the west, anywhere from the mid-30s across the Panhandle to the mid-40s across the central parts of the state, but generally sitting in the 50s to even near 60 across the far eastern sections of the state. Winds are generally out of the north and northwest at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. These will be on touch on the breezy side today, I think gusting at times between 20 and 30 miles an hour for us. Satellite radar picture looks like this. Again, you can see a lot of cloud cover out there. Not a ton of moisture right now, though. But we do finally have, again, with time change, a better look at the visible satellite imagery, showing us a little bit more sky cover. So, again, you can see a lot of overcast conditions across much of the state. Sunshine, though, across the northwestern corner of the state early this morning. But, again, right now, dry. But if we zoom out and look at a regional view, we can see more moisture down to our south, and that's the moisture that's going to head our way as we head into this afternoon and then into this evening. Also snow showers ongoing across the mountain areas, across parts of eastern Colorado and down into parts of New Mexico. Again, numerous flash flood warnings currently in place across parts of southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. Again, these are areas, again, eastern Nebraska, parts of eastern Kansas, western Missouri, and parts of Iowa that have seen quite a bit of moisture over the course of the last several days. You zoom out and look at a national view. Again, keep an eye on the moisture that's being lifted northward across the southern plains into the central plains. Also have some showers across parts of the Great Lakes. We are also going to keep an eye on the Caribbean and then eventually the Gulf of Mexico for some tropical activity as we head over the course of the next several days. We had, I'll just double check here, we had potential tropical cyclone number 18, or eventually soon to be Rafael, that has been developing right now across the southern Caribbean. And right now, again, looking at the National Hurricane Center, again, it is still Tropical Depression 18, but again, is expected to develop into a hurricane and then kind of shift into the Gulf. Again, right now, looks like it's going to be impacting Cuba. And then, again, cone of uncertainty kind of has the Gulf Coast, Louisiana coast, maybe over towards southeast Texas in its path. So, again, that's obviously something we'll keep a close eye on here as we head over the next couple days. That looks like it wouldn't be potentially impacting, again, the coastal areas of the United States until this weekend. So, again, we'll watch that throughout the week. Weather alerts, we do actually have quite a few. Number of winter weather headlines stretching, again, across New Mexico, Colorado, into Wyoming, and up into Montana. Flood warnings, or flood watches, that is, I should say, across parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Missouri. Flash flood warnings there, again, that I already mentioned. So, again, I actually do have quite a bit going on across the middle parts of the country. Also have some high wind alerts across those wind-prone areas into southeastern Wyoming. But right now, nothing across the state of Nebraska in terms of any weather headlines. Check out Skycast as we head through the day today. Again, expect mainly cloudy skies across the state, and we're going to see that moisture continue to lift northward into the area. Again, it's expected to be fairly light, I think, for the most part, as we head through most of the day today. Chances for some heavier rainfall are going to be possible as we head into the overnight hours tonight, and then into Tuesday morning. Could see some lingering light rainfall across the area. Again, this is 6 a.m. Tuesday. Again, eastern parts of the state could see some light lingering rainfall to start the day, but then I think as we head through, especially late morning into the afternoon on Tuesday, we should be looking at clearing skies and dry conditions across the area, although, again, winds out of the west, southwest could just be a touch on the breezy side at times. This is 5 o'clock Tuesday. Again, things pretty quiet across much of the state. And then Tuesday into Wednesday, again, we're going to look for the potential, again, maybe for some light snow across parts the southern Panhandle into southwestern Nebraska. They could maybe see some light accumulating snow in those areas. But again, it looks like for the most part, Lincoln and eastern Nebraska would be dry with a mix of sun and clouds as we head through the day on your Wednesday. But again, we will keep an eye on those snow chances for the west and southwest as we head, Tuesday into Wednesday of this week. Severe weather outlook for the day today. Again, we could see a few rumbles of thunder, kind of like what we saw last night in Lincoln and eastern Nebraska, but there is another threat for severe weather down to our south and to our southeast. Again, have an enhanced risk for severe weather across parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, into southwestern Missouri. Several days in a row now. Again, through this weekend, we've seen that severe threat. It's been mainly down to our south, but again, been a lot of severe weather opportunities, again, especially for late October, early November, down across the southern plains over the past several days. For the day tomorrow, there is a marginal risk across parts of Wisconsin, but again, across Nebraska, not expecting any thunderstorms or any severe weather. And again, same for the day on your Wednesday. So again, folks down to our south will need to keep an eye on things today, but after that, things quiet down a little bit. 7-day precipitation potential. Again, like to see this. Again, still have the potential for some heavy rainfall across the central plains into the upper Midwest as we head over the course of the next week. Again, some of this is going to be coming today, but again, that next chance for moisture Friday into Saturday. Also looking like it could potentially bring in some heavy moisture to the area. Again, those dark purples into the maroons and reds, that's looking at maybe 3 to 4 inches of rainfall being possible over the course of the next week. Again, this takes us November 4th through November 11th. So again, today through early next week. Again, so more chances for some heavy moisture. And again, across much of the state too. And again, the entire state needs some moisture. We have all of the state under some sort of drought conditions across the area. So again, we definitely need the moisture. And there will be the opportunities there for some, impactful rain, I should say impactful moisture. Again, some of it could be in the form of some snow, especially in the west and southwest over the course of the next week. So we do like to see that. In terms of temperatures, highs today, again, we're not going to climb a whole lot higher than where we're at right now, especially for Lincoln and eastern Nebraska. I think fairly steady temperatures through a lot of the day today. Low 50s to low 60s is where we'll go across the state from west to east. Low temperatures tonight falling down to the low to mid 20s in the west, anywhere from the low 30s to the low 40s across much of the 10-11 coverage area for central and eastern sections of the state. High temperatures on Tuesday, again, maybe a few degrees warmer in some spots, but again, still looking at fairly seasonal temperatures, anywhere from the upper 40s to the upper 50s across the state for your high temperatures for the day on Tuesday. Tuesday night into Wednesday, again, anywhere from the mid-20s to the mid-30s for the coverage area from west to east. Wednesday afternoon, high temperature, especially across the western half of the state, will be chilly, only topping out in the upper 30s to low 40s, a little bit milder as you head across the eastern half of the state, where we'll see more sunshine through the day with highs in the 50s to near 60 degrees for the day on Wednesday. Wednesday night into Thursday, it will be cold, falling into the teens and low 20s across the panhandle. Otherwise, it's mid-20s to mid and upper 30s across the 10-11 coverage area into Thursday morning, and then Thursday afternoon staying chilly in the west with highs in the 40s, more seasonal in the east with highs in the 50s across the area, including 57 in Lincoln, 52 in Grand Island, 47 in North Platte for the day on Thursday. 7-day forecast looks like this. Again, good chance for rain today. Fairly light through most of the day today, though. Chances maybe for some heavier moisture, though, will pick up this evening into the overnight hours. Chance for rain early Tuesday, and then dry Wednesday, generally dry Thursday, but then Friday, Saturday is that going to be that next chance for some heavier moisture across the region, including here in Lincoln. You can see temperatures staying in the mid to upper 50s over the course of the next week. Low temperatures, though, ranging anywhere from the mid-30s to the low to mid 40s over the course of the next week for us here in the capital city. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state looks like this. Again, looks awfully November-like. Again, generally seeing temperatures in the 50s for most locations over the next week, but we do sprinkle in a couple days there in the 40s, especially for the western parts of the state. Looks like next Monday might be one of our warmer days over the next 10 days, with highs generally in the lower 60s across much of the state. Precip chances, again, good chance today, especially for the eastern sections of the state. Some light lingering moisture into early Tuesday going to be possible. Again, that's early Tuesday. Wednesday, we start to see that small chance for rain begin to pick back up in eastern Nebraska, higher chances in the west. And then again, Friday, Saturday is one of those time frames we'll keep an eye on for some more significant moisture across the region. Looks generally dry Sunday, Monday, and then some additional chances for moisture look to pick back up, although, again, chances are low right now, but into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook looks like this. Still favoring above average temperatures. This is November 11th through November 17th. Again, we just looked at that 10-day forecast, though. We're generally looking at temperatures in the 50s to maybe near 60 degrees. But again, even those numbers, a few degrees above average. By this time, average high temperatures generally in maybe the low to mid 50s across the state, so staying a few degrees above average. And again, like to see this again, but we are still favoring wetter than average conditions across much of the state, and again, across much of the region as well. well. But again, it's that time of the year where some of this could be a little bit of snowfall, could be a little bit of rain. Again, just depending on the timing of everything. But again, there will be some snowfall chances, I think, this week, especially Tuesday night into Wednesday for western and southwestern Nebraska, and we'll keep an eye on that chance for a little bit of light accumulating snow. 1 month outlook. This was released just a couple days ago, late last week, but the temperature outlook for the entire month of November tends to favor above average temperatures. This is from the Climate Prediction Center, but favors above average temperatures for most of the states, save for the Panhandle, where they have equal chances for above or below average temperatures. And again, also like to see this. Again, Climate Prediction Center outlook for the month of November favors wetter than average conditions across the eastern half of the state, and those chances get even higher as you head across the southeastern parts of the state. We can already see this with the track of the rain that we've already seen just over the last couple days, again, mainly impacting far eastern and southeastern corners of the state, and looks like that storm path and that storm track will stay active as we head over the course at least the next several days. And when we all add it up when it's done, it looks like, again, above average precip would be favored, especially for the eastern half of the state, but certainly for the southeastern corner of the state as well. So again, more active weather to keep an eye on as we head into the day today and early on your election day, at least with some rain possible in the forecast. Again, those snow chances for the west Tuesday night into Wednesday, and again, the more rain chances across the state as we head Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday as well. Again, those generally close to normal temperatures as well, if not just a few degrees above average. So a lot to keep an eye on as we head over the next several days. Appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. Again, keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for all of your latest news, weather, and sports. And until next time, hope everyone has a nice Monday afternoon.